Hi everybody, this is Julie. I wanted to take you on a flip through of my Come to the Table Traveler's Notebook insert that I completed. This study has just been incredible. Come to the Table is a kit by the Well for God, and it's an Easter study, and it's just a really powerful study. I will link my unboxing, and I also have a process video that I will link as we get to that page. But this is a study from By the Well for God, and it's all about Jesus and the week leading up to the crucifixion. And it's just a powerful study. And this is my Traveler's Notebook insert that I did in conjunction with that study. So I have the unboxing linked so you can see the contents of that kit and how I use that kit. Now there's also, this is some of the coordinating digital papers, and so I use those as well. And as we begin, this is the front, and I use some of the contents of the kit. These are some of the papers, and then this is one of the bows that come with it, and I just disassembled it and used it as some fiber. This is one of the little clippies, the pins, and then just some ribbon that I used, and I like the way that looked. So this is, like I said, one of the Traveler's Notebook inserts that is coordinating. It coordinates with the Come to the Table kit. Okay, so as you go in, this is my just the beginning, and then this is day one, and you can see I did some stamping and used some of the die cuts, and I also used some of the watercolors for it, and then some of the pretty ribbons and one of the pins. I thought that this system in the Traveler's Notebook was just kind of freeing for me. It took me a day or two to get into it, and then once I got into it, it was very just fun and free, and it gave me more room to do journaling. Here's some of the papers. This is day 2 and day 3. I combined the 2 days, and it allowed me to do that because I wasn't bound to a specific Bible verse. Like when you go into Bible journaling and you're in the Bible, you have to do kind of a Bible verse because you're there in that Bible passage. But when you do it in the Traveler's Notebook insert, then you can do a combination. You can do whatever Bible verse you want to do. So I used some of the papers, the digital papers, and die cuts and stamping. I made my own die cut. Again, some of the, I just added some ribbon and string and thread to it. I made a little pocket out of the papers. And then this is some of what is that? That's a tag. And so with the papers, I made a pocket. This is a very cool steampunk, vintage, rustic, shabby chic style, and it was just a very fun style. I do have a process video for this page, so I'll have that linked. This is a page for At the Temple. This was day 4. And I used a feather that comes with the kit. I did some sponging and collage stamping. See how it just gives me a lot of room for stamping, for journaling here. I think that's a pretty page. This page is day 5 and 6, and I did a live on the By the Well for God study group on Facebook. So if you are a member there of the study group, then you can catch this. It's a saved video. If you're not, I'll have that group linked, and you can join the group and you can see the live process video for this. And it was a fun process of collage stamping and some distress oxides, and that was just a fun process. And there's some neat discussion that I had about this thought too, and this study with examining the heart of Jesus and the Pharisees. Really great content in this Bible study. This is day 7. Actually, it's day 8. I should change that. And this is on the bread. This is my body. Here's how you see how I use the papers. You can see here how I layered the papers behind the pieces, the die cuts that I made. Here I did some of that layering as well, and I used the papers to just do the whole back. Did some stamping here and used die cuts. Did some smushing for color. This is day 9. And here you can see how I use the papers. This gives you an idea how to use the digital paper kits or how to use designer papers. So you can see that I just tore the papers and used strips of papers along the edges here. And again, used just some layering of papers behind some of the elements. And then stamping coming out of the elements here to the side. And then had some various elements, die cut elements and things like that. Did a collage up here, a little focal point with the tab. This was day 9, talking about the cup of blessing. This is day 10, the bitter cup, and I wanted this one to be kind of a dark feel to it, even though it's pretty, but it's all in black and white, because this is talking about the bitter cup that Jesus took for us. So I printed out the digital paper in black and white. Let's see if I can find. Here's that paper when you print it in color, but here I printed it in black and white. It's very pretty in black and white, but I printed it in black and white, and then here I stamped these flowers and then actually used black watercolor to paint them so that it has that, it's still pretty, but a dark feel to it. I think that's a pretty page, but it just, as I was doing that and painting the flowers in black, it really reminded me about the pain and the bitterness that Jesus took for us as he accepted the bitterness and the sin on our behalf. That was day 10. Okay, here we go into day 11, and here's where I used a sticker sheet to print the digital papers. Added some other texture to it by adding some fabric. Here's some of the gears that are actually included in the kit. Some stamping in the background. This is that was day 11, this is day 12. Again, made a pocket out of the papers, so you can see. Added some crinkle to it to make it a little more textured. Added some clusters of die cuts and elements. So here you have a mixture of the stickers, the clear stickers, the die cuts, some stamped elements that I cut out. That is day 12. Here we go into day 13, and you can see again that I really embraced the opportunity of being able to do more journaling. Here's day 13, and here is where I was able to use the washi strips that were printables in the digital kit, the digital papers that are offered, and a combination of using die cuts and the elements that are given there, the pin, ribbons, stamping. This is one of the stamps that you could purchase. Of course, the alphas. Added some ribbon there. This is probably my favorite page, day 14. And as I was doing the background, it wasn't coming together until the very end, and then I love how that came together. And then this is the final page, day 14, Come to the Wedding Feast. It was kind of a culmination, come to the wedding table, come to the table, and I'm focused on coming to the wedding table in heaven. And so I made like a little collage invitation, and I focused on Revelation 19:9. This is, like I said, probably my favorite page in the whole booklet. I love that little collage wedding invitation there. Now, these Traveler's Notebook inserts have quite a few pages left if you go through the 14 days. And I even, somewhere in the middle, I don't remember where it was, but I even put some pages together. Like I just glued 2 of the pages together. I think it was the actual middle insert. So I glued those together. And then I still had these pages left over. So I was thinking, well, what do I do with those? So here's where I took the digital papers and I just printed them out on paper and then used them as backs. Just glued them to the back of the paper in the book. And so you could use that for some extra journaling. What I used here, these are some prayer request cards that coordinated with the Come to the Table kit available from Allie Scraps. And I have that linked in her Etsy shop. And so what I did is I made prayer cards for different special people. So I'm gonna add this journaling after this video. So I made different prayer request cards for one for my husband, one for my sons. So I'm gonna focus on praying for them that they will be at the wedding feast table in heaven with me, that we will all be there together. So I'm gonna have special prayers for my husband, for my 3 sons, and you can just see I used some of the last elements from the kit. These are the clear stickers because I didn't use them a lot during the rest of the process. So here's where I used them, and I just actually used them to help sticker this down. Here is for my extended family, for our neighbors. So these are the different colors, and they coordinate with the kit. Here I made one for my sons' wives. My sons aren't married yet, but I'm praying for their future wives. For our friends. So those were the 6 cards that you can get. You can print out as many as you want, but it was a perfect filler for the last few pages. And then on the last page, I used the last bookmark tip-in that was available, and it had that Bible verse about Jesus reclining at the table with his disciples. So that is my flip through of my Come to the Table Traveler's Notebook insert. If you have any questions about any of these pages and any of the processes that you would like to see, or if there's something specific about one of them that you would like, what I'm going to do, because the month is only halfway over, I am going to do a few pages in my Bible. So if there's something that you would like to see, kind of vote for one of these pages or a process that you would like me to do a process video in my Bible, then leave it in the comment section. And I will be glad to check those comments and then take that into consideration and see which one you guys want to see me do in my Bible. Okay, thanks so much. I will link as many products as I can down in the comments section, and I will link this kit. I think it has been restocked. It was sold out for a while, but I'm pretty sure that it is restocked now, and it is just as you're preparing your heart for Easter, it is such a wonderful study. So by all means, I would encourage you to pick it up. Just the devotional itself, even if you don't use any of the products, the devotional itself is powerful as you prepare for Easter. So thanks for hanging out with me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if it inspired you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, thanks so much. Bye-bye.